Hello. How are you doing? I'm quickly pinning this message in the Twitch as well, by the way. Alright, there you go. Thank you for the gift subs, I should say, Wolvesville, and also not really Millie. Thank you so much. It's a lot of gift subs. I'm not sure though. It looks like it gave it randomly again, which is kind of weird. I mean, should I try to give one and see if it does give it randomly? Or like give to someone who is watching? I don't know. Maybe the people were watching but just not like very active. I don't know. I'm gonna check if it what happened here. Oh my god. That was just an ad on my phone. Alright, let me see. Why is there like this ad running? Oh my god. Okay, let me go to see if I can gift something to someone who is here. Like, I don't know if that is different, but I do it through my alt account, so that should mean, right, that it's like it has like similar status to you guys. Loki just here for something to watch while I play. Ah, that's nice. You were playing Volso, I assume. Actually, if you think of it, YouTube is kind of sneaky, because if you press the gift button, the first option that appears is like 99 gifts. So that's actually crazy. If you do that, you're like 200 euros in. Oh my god. Imagine you accidentally click that button. Oh yeah, I always need to fill in my password. No way, my stream is struggling. Why is my stream struggling? Wait, what? Maybe I should turn off this screen here. Hello, Unknown. I have submitted my idea. I wonder. Okay. I don't know. I expect most ideas still to be fan-made rolls, but I allow for a lot of things now, because then we can kind of combine a lot of concepts in one. I'm trying to do a gift sub, by the way. That's why I'm not like on my live screen yet. But I need to log in, which I... okay. Let's see, does it work? Like, what if I gift a gift sub? Does it go random? Like, last time it did go, like, to someone who was in the dive chat. And I'm pretty sure that is the thing that Wolvesville was trying. Okay, there you go. Let's see. Okay. I don't know. Donor Destroyer, are you there? Is that someone who's here? I don't know. Why does it... Did it literally just change? Again? Like this? Last week it looked to be pretty consistent. Oh my god, I hate that. Why did YouTube do this? Alright. Anyways, I think it's time for me to actually start. Alright. This is stupid. Let's see, roll review, there you go. And then webcam. Oh yeah, I need my glasses. There you go. It sounds familiar. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like someone with that name has been there though before. Your role is so good. Well, we will see about that. And then what is this link to Discord app? That's not supposed to happen, right? This is more like it. Also, let me turn on the music real quick. Okay, Jesus, that's loud. I'm putting this on the lowest resolution possible. Why does it's okay for some reason? Why does it not show? Does it have to do with how much I cut off? Huh? Hey, Frank Toldy, you sent a hot take. I wonder what it is then. What is going on with my... It doesn't show for some reason. Okay, let me make a new source then. Roll review drive. Okay, there you go. Finally. Okay, it works. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah. By the way, I might be a bit tired because I don't know, I slept for like 5 or 6 hours only. With 8 ideas so far. Wait, I can filter, yeah, I could, but I can see who submitted, and I can also see what has been submitted. So 5 fanmade rolls, 1 other idea, and 2 hot takes. Okay. Actually, let's get going. Number 1. Rani Shando, I assume you are here. I saw like Rani Shando submitted at night, so and he submitted 2 rolls, so we'll get starting with some rolls. Alright. The Usurper Wolf, Evil Werewolf, Party Wolf. Okay, we've not seen Party Wolf rolls really that often, obviously, because it's relatively new. Once per game during the day, you may select a player. At night, the 2 of you will swap roles without changing teams. The swap will last until the start of the next night. You can only switch roles with villagers. So, does it also like... I don't know if it swaps like abilities as well. Attempting to swap roles with non-villagers will not work and will only result in them being roadblocked due to some confusing cases such as bend. Yeah. By taking on another player's role, you can use their abilities to help the werewolves. Okay. Due to the exchange, you will not be able to vote with the werewolves at night, since you won't be a werewolf. If one of you is verified, they will be seen with the other's role and aura. But if the team is verified, there will be no change. Okay. The person whose roles were swapped will not be able to use ability at night nor vote with the werewolves. That would be crazy. They would just give away your team. Hello Luca, welcome in. It says that you can not talk to werewolves as villager, I think. The person whose roles was swapped will not be able to use abilities at night nor vote with the werewolves. They also won't know the werewolves, so it's waterproof, at least so far I see. This looks from the Robert from One Night Ultimate Werewolf. I don't know that game all that well, and definitely not that role, but yeah, if you take Conjurer, like double taking roles, that feels a bit strange. If you're instigator, you may switch roles with a werewolf. They can still vote with the werewolves, and so can you. Rules like priest and SMR can be used against villagers, and you will be punished for them. You will only be punished for them if you attempt to use them against a werewolf. Using priest or vigilant, the gunner will still reveal you to anyone. So okay, I think role card compatibility makes sense because this role is gonna steal bullets, realistically speaking. I still feel like this is on the OP side because you can do it twice. Oh no, it's once. Never mind. Okay, maybe it's fair. You can steal a bullet basically. Since it's Body Wolf, a bullet is like kind of like what you expect. So you can steal a bullet, and there's a lot of variety within. I think it's still a bit on the strong side, but I mean, Party Wolf, it doesn't have its con. I don't know. It doesn't refuel itself, right? If you switch werewolves with a conjurer or met, you could use their abilities for the werewolves. That's crazy. Reviving a werewolf? Imagine that. That's like incredibly strong. I mean, the wolf is gonna get lynched next day, but that is kinda busted, I think. It's the first fanmade role and you're already confused. I'm not confused per se, but it just feels like very busted. Yeah, I mean, I don't know really what to say because it's creative and it looks to be worked out to the best it can, but just some situations would be too crazy, and I don't really see a con of taking this role over Party Wolf. This is just better. Like if you can, literally, it's like Gunner, but you can use it to, or you can literally take a gun from the Gunner. They will be kind of role locked. I guess they will have an ability though, like, well, but you don't have any ability, so apart from this, so. It's not that they get an ability at all. This is basically a role block for the gunner, whilst you take their gun and potentially shoot them or someone else. Alright, let's go to the next idea. This is also by Rennie Shando. Fanmade role, the Sovereign. Wait, is that like the kind of people who refuse to pay taxes? I think it is, right? Or is that only the Dutch word? During the discussion, select a player and order them to vote for someone or to abstain from voting. If they obey, it immediately reminds me of Wizard. If they obey, they become your subject. If they disobey, they become a rebel. If all players are subjects, you win after 2 days, or if the game ends. If there are 3 rebel players, you initiate the eradication and win if neither you nor any of the rebels die by the end of the day. If any rebel dies, the player responsible for the death becomes a subject. Is that interesting? I think this is kind of interesting. It is a bit on the complex side. But it is interesting because it feels like a hybrid between the voting and a killer. What if you swap with GR and GR? I don't know if you can swap with GR. It's like, is it a pure villager? During the discussion, select a player and order them to vote for someone. So basically, like, you are basically this role. This is a... yeah, headhunter, advanced. You can just tell the seer, yeah, you vote for the vigilante. If they do that, they become your subject, and you need people to be your subject to win. And if they don't do it, then they become a rebel. And then rebels need to be lynched. I assume that people who turn into rebel don't actually join your team, but are just different type of targets. I mean, this is a pretty interesting role for sure. Like, it definitely imposes something. It is not as game changing, I would say, as, let's say, the Wizard. So in that regard, I think it's a cool role. Wait, what team and aura is this role? On this team and aura aren't added. This is like solo team unknown aura. Basically a voting advanced role. The selected players will become either a subject or rebel that night. Being a rebel or subject doesn't directly affect players. Okay, yeah, that's good. It doesn't change the team. It would be weird anyways. The maximum number of rebels is 3. When eradication begins during the day, everyone will be notified about the eradication. There's no maximum number of subjects, and if all our pacification will begin during the day, everyone will be warned that if the game doesn't end in 2 days, the sovereign will win. If the game ends and everyone is subject without pacification occurring. I think honestly this is a pretty tricky role. I think you could totally say like, okay, I think you could totally say like, wait, where does it say? You win after 2 days. You can totally say like you win after 1 day, I think. Because it's gonna be quite hard to make everyone a subject. You're gonna have to make it to the end game. 2 days is still a lot of time for the evils to kill you and to... and for the village to kill you. I would say like change is one day. And then you will have like most people are gonna be subjects. Or make it like one... like you choose someone. Wait, say when they become subject is the end of the voting phase. So you say like, okay, everyone is now after the end of the voting phase, at some point there will be a moment that everyone is a subject. Then you can just say like, okay, next night and next day, then it's over. Hello Magic Cube, welcome in. I think this is the better idea compared to the last idea. I think it's a decent idea, but you can make a... I think the pacification should last just 1 day, because this is gonna be quite hard already to get to. If the game ends and everyone is the subject without pacification occurring, you win the winning team. Okay. That is also, that's another viable way to win, of course. I forgot a bit about that. Alright, next one. Did you rework the 4K? Okay, Monarch is here. I don't know if Monarch is here, but we'll check this idea. I think we can check all the ideas that are submitted so far. Fanmade role. Yeah, Pao is there. Okay, cool. Okay, fanmade role. The Three Musketeers. Oh, I have my alarm that I have to turn off real quick. Okay, never mind. We'll let it go at some point. Three Musketeers. Village Unknown. Vigilante. You can invite players to join your squad, sending up to 2 invites per day. When 2 people accept, you 3 will lose your original role and become musketeers. Each musketeer receives 1 bullet to kill a player. If a non-villager is invited to the squad, they will not lose their role but will still receive a bullet. Interesting. So basically you create a lot of people with a gun. You kind of give away some agency yourself, but that's fine, because especially with village, it would be cool to have more team roles anyways. You give away a bit of agency, but you get 3 bullets instead of 2 or 1 at the refuel. But the con is, of course, that first of all you need to turn someone into basically like a one-time use gunner, or actually 2 people, and you of course have the risk of giving it to a werewolf who can then just shoot someone with your bullet. Cursed and his advance will not transform into musketeer and will just receive the bullet like other non-villagers. Okay. This role has the most killing material in the game, but also the most risk. You can convert weak village into killers and split your material around, make you harder to counter. However, you risk to giving bullets to non-villagers and turn it against you. Yeah, I think this is a pretty likable role, honestly. Plus the killing now depends on the criteria and survival of 3 people. I like this role. You have a lot of ways you can go about this. The only thing that I'm a bit worried about is like this could be incredibly strong if you have a lobby that is not really competent in claiming, and then everyone is just like, the village is just overpowering like the werewolves already when it comes to claiming, because the werewolves are too scared to claim and the villagers are proactive. Then it becomes even more unbalanced, because you can literally just give this to a flower child who is like unquestioned, and then they will upgrade their role quite a bit. But otherwise, I think in competitive games this is definitely a really interesting role, because you have to really know the trust. And if you know who to trust, do you really want to give them a bullet? Because they might be useful with their ability already. Also, this role's OP is insti. Yeah, that too. If you just give your bullets to your instigator and your fellow werewolf, that is crazy. At the same time though, well, it doesn't say it refused to play the musketeer though. So yeah, it's not like the musketeer is... It's not like, oh, the musketeer just gave it to 2 evils and the musketeer shoots himself, he reveals himself. Well, he must be instigated. No, people don't know who the musketeer is still. But yeah, I think it needs a bit of refining, but it's a pretty good role. Hello, I want games. Can you submit more than one rework? Yes, you can. Yeah, the flag of Sierra Leone. I don't know, is that intentional? I want games? Is that a reference to a certain criminal in the Netherlands? Or from the Netherlands? I don't hope so. A Botox lady. Is this what? A hot take? Okay, this is from Freddy, of course. Prayer should be Dorothy base. I don't know what should I say about this. I'm addicted to flags and know way too many. I love flags too. I'm pretty good at. I think I know pretty much all the flags. The only things I struggle with are like Monaco, Indonesia, Romania, Chad, and like the Arabian flags, because some of them look very similar. And sometimes I might actually confuse Luxembourg for the Netherlands, depending on how dark the blue is in the Luxembourg flag. Because some people make the blue really light blue in the Luxembourg flag, and other people make it more like how we would say Dutch blue, and then they make the Netherlands like a very dark blue, which is like always confusing. You're not too late, I think, Alex. Your brother knows everything about countries. You don't even remember. Okay, prayer just you predict who's dying, and if you predict an evil roll to die, you get a bullet at night. If you predict an unknown roll to die, you get a review ability, and if you predict a good player to die, then you get a protection that is used only when you actually save someone. So the problem is, I would like to see prayer, but I kind of don't know what the Dorothy does again. I have read it at some point, but I'm not sure. I haven't been focused on new rules. Who is prayer? Yeah, prayer, but it got tested like, was it? I think it was last year. It was a bit ago already. I've sent all the ideas I thought of the official Discord. Now I don't have any more ideas. Well, you will get them eventually again. The question is, what does Dorothy do? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to dig deep here. Wait. What is... Wait, does this... Oh! Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I was like, why are the elements of my stream not working? It's because I was looking at the shorts recording tab. Let me look up. I think this should be on the wiki. Wolvesville Dorothy. Like, surely someone edits this actually quite quickly. Some things are not edited really well on the wiki, but new rules I probably think are. Each night, Dorothy visits the player to gather one of 3 traits. Brains from a player with information ability. Oh yeah, a heart from a player with protection ability, or courage from a player with killing ability. If Dorothy's target has more than one of these abilities, Dorothy receives one at random. Each trait can only be collected once. Wait, I can actually show this. If you can read it at least. Once Dorothy have all 3, they can throw a bucket of water at any player. If they are evil, they will be killed. Otherwise, the water is wasted. While visiting Dorothy cannot be killed directly, but if the target dies. So this reminds me more of a Red Lady advanced role, and that's why this is a hot take, I think. It is kind of like priest meets red lady. Hello, Aptocro. Better priest because you don't die. Yeah, true. But it also is... I would not say per se that it's better priest because... it kind of depends how you look at it. Like, on the one hand, it is better priest because you don't die. And also, it's better priest because you get information by visiting. But at the same time, it's also not better priest because priest is like... especially strong in early game crowd control. This is not early game. You need like 3 knights at least to gather this bucket. So this is an end game bullet, I would say. It kills against every evil, which is logical. Otherwise this would be way too niche. So I would say I mean prayer has like this prediction thing that it also involves like all these types of rules. I don't know, it feels like it's a hot take. I can see it somewhere, but I don't think this will end up happening. I would say this is a good hot take, but I disagree. And I don't say it's like it should be prayer or should not be prayer. It's more like I don't think it will be prayer. Yeah, I doubt whether prayer will be added in the first place. You're gonna draw now while watching. I mean, I don't know, man. Wolvesville rules are always at them for the first time. They typically are. Not every rule is complicated though. I have a rule which has to switch trees, but it's a rework. Where should it go? I guess put it in the Wolvesville in the reworks. Okay, unknown. Fanmade rule. Aura Farmer. Oh my god. That name. Unknown solo serial killer advanced. Cannot be killed by werewolves. Each night kill a player and obtain their aura. You cannot obtain the same aura. You will gain abilities based on aura you receive. Good. Wasp game. If you were to be killed, lynched, you will survive instead. Evil. For the rest of the game, you will now kill twice per night. Oh my god. That is... Oh, actually it does make sense a bit. Unknown day ability. Once per day you can roll block a player. Okay, so... it feels a bit strong, but... I mean, the evil thing... This feels like a very dominant solo killer, because... Okay, this is just like beefing up. This is something you will definitely get. Evil is like, okay, the most interesting part. Like, it kind of depends, is there a disposable werewolf that you can kill? Is there like a junior werewolf that you must kind of kill even early on? Because if that is the case, this is gonna pay off for sure. But ideally you don't want to kill evils, of course. Especially if the village is doing well. So this is kind of a gamble. But it's a tactical gamble. Unknown is... Yeah, you're gonna kill a lot of unknown players, I think, though. But it also kind of depends as well on who's protected and stuff. Escape has abilities. Like, I don't blame this role for like being escape but better, because that is literally also the evil detective and cannibal. But it is escape but better, that is for sure. Welcome back, Magic Cube. DST. Oh yeah, I forgot. I always forget about Deep Sea Terror, lol. I think it is a bit too strong because it gains a lot of abilities in potential, yeah. Something tells me that maybe like instead of like unknown giving a once per day you can role block a player. If you do this, I would say like, okay, if you kill someone with an unknown role and that depends, and that is only for one time per game, maybe you cannot role block, but you can like see the role of a player. I don't know if that would make it stronger. I think it wouldn't, namely. You can just basically get information like the evil detective, but only ever once per game. And yeah, you get like to see their aura or their role. I don't know what would be better. As corruptor advanced role, yeah, because it gets info, but it doesn't really confuse people. It's not like really, it doesn't impose too much on other players, so I don't know if it makes sense as corruptor advanced role. Maybe balance wise though, but oh, there goes the alarm. But yeah, that's what I think of it. It should probably be a bit weaker, but keep it as SK advanced. Alright, Freddy. Any other idea? Okay. This is probably fan art. Okay, let me check this real quick. I know, did you draw this? Let me zoom this out so that you can properly see it. Okay, this is some fan art, or fan art. This is a skin. Okay, so this is one. Okay, how do we rate this? Like, this is a bit different, of course. I think the skull thing is supposed to be toxic wolf icon. I'm not sure. Damn, it's quite busy, honestly. But I think the kitten wolf icon is really nice. I like the flagger one too. Corruptor feels a bit random though, with the spikes especially. I don't know what this skull bone thing is supposed to be. If that's part of the avatar or if that's an icon. I like it. It's actually pretty good. Is your Discord PFP real? Wait. Oh yeah, that flagger icon. Yeah. Did you draw this or did you just find this? It's not mine, but it's going in game. Oh, okay. It's probably, is it from the Soulless? I mean, you're spreading a lot of stuff for Soulless, right? Alright, the other one. There's a second one here. This is the other half of the image. Okay, the red lady one, what we call it Botox lady, I guess. Kind of weird with that tiger. Is it a tiger print or a cheetah print? Print, I should say. Analyst is cool. I like the analyst icon. Not so sure about the junior and the red lady one, but I like the analyst icon. Guys, I want to ask something. Let me know. What is it? Skull's gravestone. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the gravestone. I mean, pretty accurate gravestone, I think, for this theme as well. The fingers are kind of cursed. Oh yeah, I see. Like the nails are, yeah, the nails. But it's like I like that it does the peace sign. Why always Junior Werewolf? Yeah, I mean, Junior Werewolf is just like a staple in Wolvesville. It's not fan-made. It's actually coming to the game according to Wolvesville. How can I make fan-made role icons? So, how do you? I don't know. I don't really make them that often, but usually I just modify an already existing one. But I'm not a professional artist by any means, especially not with drawing. So don't take my word for how you draw a good role icon for sure. Like, I can show like my role icons that I ever drew. You can rate it, but it's probably not the best you've ever seen. I've used them in some videos and thumbnails and whatnot, but yeah. Alright, let's go back to this though. And maybe I should get water. Sater Transfermarkt. I don't know why that's a strange name, but sure. Fanmade role. Executioner. Okay. Pretty common name. Unknown solo fool. I've seen, I don't know, maybe I've seen this idea before. Like, at least I've seen like executioner fool advanced roles before. You have 2 executions, you can use them after village lynches someone innocent. You execute 1 player of your choice who voted the target. And in your second execution, the last voter of your target will die. Wait. You execute 1 player of your choice who voted that target. And in your second execution, the last voter of your target will die. Okay, you don't end the game upon winning. You can win with any role after your win condition. Okay, so this is basically like a non-imposing solo voting rule that just needs to meet the condition to also win. Which I wonder if they are ever gonna do that in the game. In Wolvesville, because this is a Town of Salem thing, really. Wolvesville doesn't, I don't know, Wolvesville doesn't really like to do this, but maybe there will be a day that they will actually include these type of roles as well. It's based off Claudine. Oh, you mean the skins? Or the icon, yeah. So, I mean, it does push someone, but it's gonna make it hard to win with Village for sure. You know, it kind of reminds me of Anarchist, really, but then also just easier Anarchist, because you just have to, you win with other people. I mean, I assume like this would go with less XP, but you need, I would say I would change the you can win with any role after your win condition is done to you can win with any evil team, because you can just side with Village after this, which will be awkward because people who is going to trust you really after you pushed 2 mislynches. But yeah, I don't know, man. It feels a bit strange in Wolvesville context. And I would say like just make this win with any evil team, and it's a valid role, but it would still be an easier Anarchist. They did Admirer, yeah, that's true. It's like Anarchist but can kill instead of like skipping votings, yeah. Alright, next. I'm getting some water real quick, by the way. By the way, just thinking, I was just thinking something. Let me actually look this up. When it comes to memberships, because we were talking about that earlier in the stream. Do I need to? Yeah, okay. Okay, so I was thinking this, and I'm correct. When it comes to membership gifting, I don't know who's here and wants a membership. Maybe YouTube has the priority thing correct, but there is actually a thing that you need to allow people to gift you membership. So there's a setting. Maybe I can actually show. Wait, let me open my stream on. Can I open this on my alt? I don't know. I'm definitely muting that. So. Let's see. Where is this? Now I don't know if this is probably not gonna work, but there is a setting somewhere that if you want to be able to get a membership from other people, you have to go to the join button, and then there's like 3 dots next to it, or in that menu, and then there is a setting there, the toggle that says like allow membership gifting, and that is how you are basically opting in to get memberships from other people. Can you put Sectunes in background? I can do Sectunes music in the background. Yeah, we'll do that at some point. Like, I don't need to replay it all the time, but I mean, we can put it in the background at some point. But I think like the total duration of the Sectunes is like 10 minutes or so. When is my membership? I'm actually working on it like right now, or not like now, but I think I can release it tomorrow. You have been waiting for this. This is. Oh yeah, you. I think you asked this idea as well, or weren't you the one? All right, Frain Toldy, a hot take. All right, let's see. So I didn't know if this was a hot take, but apparently some people argue with me so much in a game that Headhunter should only try to vote their target out when the target is alive. And shouldn't play with evils before their target dies, and that they would consider doing the opposite teaming. But I totally disagree. Sometimes it's just not possible to get your target lynched when they are an info role that has no counter cape, or if they are confirmed in any way. So don't think Headhunter has to wait the target to die to play with the evils, and I don't think it would be considered teaming in any way. It's a solo role, and it doesn't have. Yeah, it's just like I agree with you. It's like it's not really a hot take. I mean, for them it's a hot take, but like according to the intentions of the game and the I don't know if it's per se the rules, but according to the intentions of the game, this is like how you're supposed to, well, how you can play as Headhunter. I know the only thing that is supposed to be the case is like Headhunter is not village. That's like the only thing I know. And yeah, typically, you know, if you want to get like your target out, you probably are gonna side with the evils, realistically speaking, because they are the most likely to help you. Are you gonna go in 15 minutes? Can you do Sectunes possibly? Okay. I pulled a roll from my social deduction game, and I hope it's a good or at least fun one. I don't think it will be strong. Okay, I'm not per se a hater of weak rolls, so okay, we'll play some Sectunes. Okay, there you go. I don't know if this is gonna be too loud. This is automatically going to play to the next one. This is just solo music roll. Can I check the volume? I don't know how loud this is, by the way. Let me know. Let's see. Alright, number 9. SMC Wi-Fi. I think you're still here. I'm going over any idea really today, because we don't have that many. I'm gonna keep this stream a bit short, probably. But yeah. Alright. Fanmade role. The White Werewolf. I've also seen this name before. Teamless Unknown. The base role of this role is cursed. Okay, that makes sense. So White Wolf can pick their team night the first night of the game. Village team or werewolf team. No one will know what team is White Werewolf except himself. Unless White Werewolf is dead, White Werewolf's team will get exposed. And if you don't choose your team night first, your team gets randomly chosen, yeah. You can surprise at any situational time by voting with your team and win. I didn't really think about pros. You may be killed by the team you selected. I'm not so sure if this game is, if this role is gonna give too much chaos. Like, I think if anything, this feels like cursed, but not having the option to change team later. So I think this is just like, okay, what happens really is maybe it's like lurker, but you choose your conversion like night 1, if anything. I don't think it's like that chaotic at all, in fact. And I think that what happens if you claim or you get exposed as White Werewolf, people don't know what you are, but they don't care. At least, like, the werewolves will be fine with letting you go. They will not actively try to let you go, because you're still kind of a factor in the game. But Village is not gonna bother and let you go unless they are really short on numbers. Then they will prioritize any evil above you. But I don't really know. I think it could be interesting to play, but I don't know. It's not a wolf, yeah, I figured, but yeah, you would die if you type while driving, so you can check it back later, I would say. Also, I'm going to not accept responses anymore now. I think this is I don't know. It doesn't sound as chaotic or interesting to me as you may frame it, because yeah, in practice, I think like it doesn't really matter what happens. If the werewolf, if it chooses to be village sided, then it's gonna help the village, of course, win. And it's gonna be like Lurker, really. It feels like it's similar to Lurker, but then people will never know what they really are. You've one raw idea. Okay, I will allow 1. Then we will do 20. I will wait till 20 is in. Whoever is fastest. Okay. Okay, there will be, by the way, I don't know if this will be a stream. I think it will be a video. There will be a video at some point in which I'm gonna rank the OST of Wolvesville. And like the solo killer themes specifically, I think. Or like the night themes. Like, I don't really care to rank the, what is it, the gold wheel theme, because I saw on the website that it exists, but I never heard it in game. Okay, a hot take. Can we listen to Evil Wizard? Is it there? It is there. It's new as well. I have used this website before, by the way. Like I definitely used this. Like in the recent update video, I used to did I download actually? No, I don't think you can download. I think I recorded the sound, and then I just in the editing you can just separate video and audio. Okay, this is a Randy Shano is not trustable. This is Freddy. Okay, funny. Number 11. Be happy. Copy werewolf. Okay, alpha werewolf. Base rule. When you have a werewolf teammate down, in the night you can use your ability on them to have their ability per the next day and next night. Or you can put it to be used just on the day. I mean, makes sense as alpha werewolf. If you want to choose another ability of a dead werewolf in next night. Also, the started aura is unknown, but if you chose to be copied, that would be your aura. For example, werewolf junior makes your aura evil, sorcerer makes your aura good, alpha makes your aura, yeah. I mean, I think I've seen this before at some point. I mean, I could see this being added, to be fair. Is it like logical for alpha werewolf? I think it is, because it kind of preserves material. So it is like wolf summoner, but instead of like bringing back vote power slash win condition power, you just bring back ability. Evil Wizard reminds you of the afternoon. Yeah, oh, we just had Evil Wizard already. It kind of did remind me of that too. Number 12. Faintoli. By the way, if we go through this real quick, I might do a game of Wolvesville, but we'll see. Okay, fanmade role. Pressman. Village Good. Sheriff. At night you choose the next day's magazine. You can choose between the village and the evils. At the start of the voting phase, you will be informed from your magazine. If you choose village, you will see 2 players who at least one of them belongs to the village. If you choose evils, you will see 4 players who at least one of them is evil. Ooh, I genuinely think... I don't know what it is, but I think this could be a real cool spy rework, honestly. This role doesn't get tricked by Wolf Shaman. You can select the evils night 1, but this could be a good sheriff advance role too. I think this could be a cool role, but I genuinely think this could be a rework as well for the spy, or like to fit with the theme, literally like journalist, and make it like not geography based. In the current form, the journalist isn't gonna ever come to the game. It's a bit weak. I mean, I wouldn't say so. Definitely not as soon as... I mean, no. It's like... It's really depending on RNG. Really, on when it comes to how weak it is. Because... sometimes if you find 4... If you try to find an evil in 4 and 3 of the players are basically confirmed good, it is incredibly strong. But if there's like multiple suspects there, like early game, this is gonna be quite weak, because 2 players who you check might both have like, they might both be villagers. They might or I mean like 2 players that you find. If you check for villagers like night 1 / day 1, it might be quite weak, because yeah, both might be village, one might be village. There's not gonna be too much happening. And if you check for evil night 1, you're just mostly gonna create some reaction, but I don't know if you will actually find an evil with that information. But I think later on in the game, well, later on it will be weak as well. It depends kind of on how many people claimed. Like, this is a weak role when it comes to separating evils from each other, for sure. And in that regard, I would say like Sheriff is good against Fool, for example, and actually it's not me maybe, but Theo is definitely a bit better with like separating solos. Solos, like it's not good at separating solos, but it's good at like separating werewolves, solos, village. Do you like Forger? I like Astro more, but I wanted to ask you guys. I mean, playing as Astro is probably more fun than Forger. Astro is just annoying to play against, really. And it's also boring to have it in your team. $460. Do you have double XP already? I would say like automatic double XP is the best bundle you can get. I don't know if you want to save up that much if you don't already have it, but if you are willing to save up a lot, then go for it. This is the serial killer theme. This is a banger. I used this in the Steam trailer. By the way, guys, did you already find the new Steam trailer on YouTube? Or it's not like new, but a new upload of the Steam trailer. Did you find it? You could make it free players for Evo Magazine if you found it weak. Yeah, that's also true. That's an easy way to buff it. But I think you could make this like work for Spy as well. You're collecting gems. How is the gem collecting going then? How much do you have, Rainy, for the double XP? Which music is this? I think this is this was Shapeshifter. Yeah, this is Siren. This reminds me really of like Peaceful Water as well. So this is like trance music almost, but then with a water element. Well, actually the Steam trailer isn't like, the trailer itself isn't new, but there is a new upload of it. Yeah, you can search for it. I love Astro more, but I can't play Forger anymore. Okay, we have the idea by I Want Games 32, a rework. Okay, I Want Games likes the reworks, I know. Okay, there we have a journalist rework. Oh, this is zombie music, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, this is definitely zombie music. We'll have these ambience things as well. Like, I didn't know Wheel of Fortune had music. Okay, you have 3 cameras in the night. Select from 2 to 4 adjacent live players to observe with your cameras. If one of them dies, know if the first killer that killed is amongst the remaining players with a camera installed next morning via your published newspaper. You can place a camera on dead players. This doesn't waste a camera, and you can connect dead players to live players in this way. Wait, huh? What does the connecting mean? Like, people can actually chat with each other who are dead? Cameras can only place horizontally or vertically. Yeah, so not like diagonally. With werewolf kills, the weakest werewolf will be seen as the killer, not the other ones, to prevent it from being too OP. I think this is, I don't know, it's still geography based obviously, but it's definitely better than the current journalist, I would say. August 10th, is that when the Wizard of Oz event is gonna happen? It's like, it happens also to be a birthday in my family. So that's kind of funny. Although I don't know if if that person is gonna celebrate their birthday. At least I don't know if they're gonna celebrate it with me. Like, yeah. That's the release date of the first Wizard of Oz movie. Okay. So that means like that is when we can expect like Evil Wizard and Dorothy? Or is it also Cowardly Lion? I don't know. Cameras can only play... Oh yeah, this is what we read. Instigators, kills, sacrifices also count as kills. That makes sense. You will get a bundle because I want role icon and skin, but you can collect for double XP or any other. Also, I didn't see the comment by Rainy, but 2,340. You're really well on the way then to the 3,100. I think it is, right? That's not bad progress. Like automatic double XP is like such a nice perk. You don't have to watch ads, and if you play on Steam, you can't even watch ads. So for me, it was like, as soon as Steam came out, it was like a no-brainer to get it, because I wanted the double XP, but I didn't want to. I couldn't watch ads, and I wanted to play on Steam, so I had to get it. But it was fine. I want Games 32. Another rework, and here we have Seer Apprentice, also different tree. Okay. Seer Apprentice unknown village. It's probably gonna be a bit medium or Soulbinder advanced. Yeah, Soulbinder. Okay. You can inherit any information rule when you die or when they die. Select an informer rule in your inheritance book. And if their particular informer dies, you can immediately inherit the informer rule for one night and all the information they gathered throughout the game. When you revert back to Seer Apprentice after the night, then you can select a new informer role to become when they die. Available roles you can inherit are Seer, Detective Analyst Morty, Sheriff VO, Aura Spirit Gambler, Pumpkin Oracle, and Red Lady. When you don't select the right role to become when they die, then you will not become them. You cannot become the same informer in the same game. Genuinely, I don't know, but I feel like this is just a weaker Seer Apprentice put in a stronger tree. Am I crazy for saying that? But like just being able, like how many informers are there? Like 2, so you can inherit 2 informers ever. It's a weaker Seer Apprentice than what we have now. Put in a stronger role tree, or like maybe you can argue it's not stronger, it's different between a Soulbinder and Bodyguard role tree, but for sure this is gonna be RSV if it gets put here, and I don't know if this role deserves RSV status, honestly. Yeah, that's the problem. So honestly, like, okay, I would say like the rework is decent, but I don't know if this should make. I don't know if the aura should change, and I don't know if it should be Soulbinder roll 3. I don't think it should be, at least. Or make it like also automatically self-protected for once, so like have 1 shield. Seer Apprentice replacing Bodyguard already puts it in D tier, so anything to make it better. I mean, I don't like how Seer Apprentice in Bodyguard 3 either, but with this current rework, I don't think this is better suited for Soulbinder than for Bodyguard, because it's just, yeah, it makes more sense in the terms of the function, but strength-wise it definitely doesn't hold up. What was the Wizard of Oz event? It's upcoming event. Is it 4 rolls? Is it also, you think, is it actually also coming with prayer then? Okay, number 15. Magic Cube. I'm feeling like my Okay, this is better hopefully. Okay, Voodoo Creator. Priest unknown. Yeah, that's fine because you know marksman exists. You have 2 lives. Twice per game during nighttime you can create a voodoo doll which takes 1 night. A player with a doll will get a curse status for 1 day. If they're a villager, they get a needle and leave the curse status. An evil player will not get a needle, and you will lose 1 life. Lose 1 life? Just basically die, I mean. The needle can be used on another player, making them enter the curse status and killing them after 2 days, regardless if they are evil or not. Also, you will always die if you either lose both lives or not giving your dolls for 2 days. So this is a bit complex. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it feels a bit like complex for some reason. Maybe my brain can't comprehend this right now, but basically it's a bit slow for a priest roll, which is fine because marksman exists, so it's not like a problem. The thing with lives, I don't know. A player with it feels like you are gonna be able to take like like, okay, so if they're a villager, they get a needle and leave the curse status. If an evil player will not get a needle, and you will lose 1 life. So does that mean that you, as the voodoo maker, loses a life, or a voodoo creator, or does it mean that the evil player loses a life? Because then you can like put 2 of these dolls on 1 evil player, and that's how you make them lose a life. Because apparently they have 2 lives, which is gonna be another whole different confusing thing, by the way, because when people refer to lives, people just think of like, okay, if you lose a life, you're dead. Also in Wolvesville terms. There will be event rolls. I assume that the 4 rolls will be event rolls, or the 3, or whatever. I worded it with, yeah. Okay, so I assume you means like the voodoo creator. So that actually tells you that you don't want to give them to evil players. You want to give these to villagers, and these villagers can then kill evils. That's basically what this roll does. So it's a bit slow. You can confirm yourself, but that is like with all these rolls really. So I'm not gonna blame it for that. Also, we are making a loop, I think, with the music. We're back to Alchemist, yeah. Lurker turns into village team. You can use the doll on yourself. Oh, you can't. Yeah, otherwise you would just be able to keep your bullets yourself, but then make it slow. You can use the needle even after you get killed with it. Okay, that's cool. That's a cool gimmick. You can't be in-seat or coupled as the voodoo creator. Interesting. A turned cursed will not get a needle. Yeah, because they're like werewolf. A werewolf or solo killer attack kills you normally. I mean, why not, right? I mean, it's phrased a bit weirdly, yeah. But I think I don't think it's the most interesting role we've seen today, but it's okay for sure. Let's go to the next one by Bacon BNF. I think it's like I would probably say like a 6. I could see it work, but it's not like the most interesting thing for some reason. The only thing I really specifically like about the Voodoo Creator is that how the needle is actually also active in the grave. So you can actually, that's like unique to this role. I mean, yeah, Soulbinder has this gimmick too. If I upgrade Full Card to Epic, I get Anarchist 100%, or is there a chance I get... You have a 50-50 chance that you get Headhunter, unfortunately. So there's not a... I would not, like, gamble on the Fool, honestly, unless you have, like, not many other roles you want to upgrade anymore. Yeah, you definitely have a chance for Headhunter. It is a 50-50 chance, so yeah. Alright, Phantom. Son unknown. There aren't any rules like this, but since it's meant to be voting rule, I guess it's Headhunter. Okay. Your role that has 2 win cons. First off, you can use the die ability to die. If for 2 turns no one accuses you of Phantom, you win. What is accusing though? You also win if someone accuses someone wrong of being Phantom. You can choose what role you look like after death. Oh, I think it took me a bit to understand, but I think I know what this means. So basically, your goal is to make people think you're Phantom. But this is just like, only you don't want to be accused for Phantom. So no one wants to be accused for Phantom, because if, I don't know, a werewolf or a villager gets accused of being Phantom, then you win. But if nobody accuses you for being Phantom and nobody accuses anyone for being... I think if that is the case, I mean, you can like literally play this from death. But why would you do this though? Like, how would this look like? If you just... I don't know, but... What is the kill message when you use this die ability? Because if it says like the Phantom sacrificed himself or so, that's just like, yeah, that just gives it away, right? Your goal is to stay hidden. And how does accusing work? Is it like a extra button? I think, like, considering that it dies and then it needs to get not accused, I don't know. It feels like... Okay, so first of all, this won't... It's not like a problem in the sense that it's too easy to win, because it doesn't end the game, it looks like. Because otherwise you cannot, like, die, I think, right? So... But it also doesn't specify that the game continues after you have been falsely or like correctly accused or falsely accused or so. So yeah, but customize it to your liking with such a broad scope of a role is kind of like no. Preferably no. But yeah. I don't know, this is... it is not, like, specific enough, I think. And also, like, yeah, we don't know if you need to, like... If you end the game, if you win or not. Especially the dying thing throws me off a bit, though. I would just remove that. And then just say, like, yeah... If for 2 turns, that is also, like... What I would say is just like, what you could do maybe is like have a ability, your die ability would be replaced with like, and you combine like the die ability with like the choose the role what you look like after death, and then basically you self-scribe, and then you say like people have to guess within maybe 3 days or 2 days maybe. They have to not accuse you of being Phantom. But it's still weird because I feel like it's just way too easy. You could just claim Phantom. And people are, if it doesn't end the game, why would anyone bother to like accuse you of Phantom? Because it's not gonna help them or so. You know what? Maybe it could be cool if you could like say you know, it could be cool if it had a gimmick. I think of something right now, right? So it could be cool if there's an incentive for people to guess the Phantom, and if they correctly guess it, then, and if they're a villager, then what happens is the night is skipped, and if they correctly guess it as evil, then the day is skipped and they get an extra night basically. And and if a villager correctly guesses it wrongly, then the opposite happens. So then the day is skipped, and or the next day is skipped maybe. And if a werewolf guesses it wrongly, then, or a solo for that matter, then the night is skipped. So maybe that is like an incentive for people to try and guess correctly who's the Phantom. And then a side effect of it is being you either winning or losing. The death message is chosen by the player, but it's still weird because you can't choose to be killed by a werewolf and just happen like 2 werewolf kills. That's a bit weird. I would just say like don't like make yourself like, yeah, don't scribe yourself with your death message. Maybe just choose the role that you look like after death, because otherwise, yeah, this would be busted obviously. And then whenever you die, then that is when you die, but you just don't appear as Phantom. There's 2 things I do: either make game end or kill 3 random players if the Phantom wins. With the death message, they were haunted by the Phantom. But if the game, I think if the game just ends when someone guesses correctly or wrongly, it's just, well, not correctly, because if they guess correctly, then you just lose and the game continues. But if they guess it wrongly, I think that's way too much of a chance, because people have to guess as well quickly, otherwise you win. So, and the chance of guessing wrong is quite large. So that's just too dominant for the game. Or kill 3 players if they also random. Like that is another one. Like 3 random players dying if the Phantom wins. That is just like too imposing to the game. That is like similar how Siren is when it selects 3 people randomly night 1 and it gets lynched day 1 because it gets found. That just like changes the game to a large degree without anyone really having impact on it. Well, I guess you can say like I'm Siren and whatnot, but the Siren selection night 1 decides the game sometimes. So, and that is like not a good gimmick. So I don't think these gimmicks that you suggest would make it better, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know. It is also still a bit like broad. I would say like try to refine it in such a way that that it is fair to everyone else who's not Phantom, but that there's also like incentive for people to guess the Phantom. And then that you win or lose is a side effect. You can send something in DM, yeah, sure. Mm. Okay, we have a rework, fanmade rule by Unknown. Role name, the useless. Cursed advanced, but solo. You can only get this role if your reputation is between 10 to 40. You cannot get this role card. Oh my god. You do nothing, you cannot be converted. If you cannot be converted. If you stay in the game throughout the game, you will increase your reputation points. It's more of a joke role, I figured, but I feel like this can be punishment type that guardians can use while giving chance. Yeah, so yeah, obviously it's a joke rule. And you cannot do anything with this. I also think you cannot win with this, so it would be kind of funny to see this on April Fools, for example, but you know what, in practice what will happen probably is like people are gonna be like mad that they can't play, and they will become toxic and they will lose reputation points because of like behavior problems. Well, not all of them, but like some of them will definitely. So this is definitely busted, but yeah. This is more of a hot take. Yeah, maybe it is. You've arcade win conditions, so basically like less player alive, but not being able to kill. But yeah, if you have to, I'd say like if you stay in the game throughout the. But even then, you can. I don't know how much reputation. I assume like 0.5 at most, because you can just farm this role a couple. Unless you're gonna say like, okay, we kept this at like, you gain 3 reputation points maximum per day through specifically this role, and you can actually quickly gain back your reputation, maybe too quickly. You could die to Werewolf too. Yeah, I assume so. I can check DM, but I don't know if I'm gonna show it. Wait, I can show this. This is another skin, apparently coming to the game. This looks like the style of the icons that you sent me once. Okay, so definitely, if I judge this, I'm not too much of a fan of this, honestly. It's too busy. So the gunner icon, like, I think there's like 2 cool concepts in there, but I don't think there's enough contrast in the gunner. The fortune teller is definitely like, no, not my cup of tea. Wolf Trickster is cool though. Jailer, I don't really like the Jailer icon. Cupid is fine. Vigilante, I don't know. And the skins, I don't care about the skins, to be fair, that much. But I mean, I like the diamond thing on the background of the left one. That is pretty cool. But like, I'm also fine with the background of the right one, but they don't have too much that I would care for otherwise than that. Right, next. Yeah, this is the one we did, right? Yeah. The prison bundle. This might be too OP for alting on ranked. You mean the users role? I mean, but people who have a reputation between 10 and 40 cannot play ranked in the first place. So I don't think that is even like, that can't even become a possibility anyways. Just watch back. I don't know if I understood journalist. You watched back. Oh, you just watched back, yeah. I mean, I had an idea of how the journalist would work with the cameras. Like, if someone dies and it sees like, if the only thing I didn't understand about the journalist rework was like with the dead players. But the Sea Apprentice one, I didn't really agree with the Sea Apprentice rework. Not like as in, if you make that rework a thing, then it shouldn't be a Soulbinder related role because it's not RSV tier. And if you want it to be a Soulbinder role, you need to make it stronger. What is a hot take? Is it basically something that you think that you conceive as a reality, or something that should be wished, but that most people disagree with? That's a hot take. I would say like Avenger being the best role is a hot take. Not that it's my opinion, like it's just my favorite role. It's not like, in my opinion, the objectively best role, but if I would say so, it's definitely a hot take. How long will my member short be? Like 1.5 minutes, I think. I already ended I made the captions. I only need to put in the images and sound effects and stuff. That's the only thing I need to do. And the music, but that's easy. It's just one song that I need to put on it, so it's not too much work. I can do that today. YouTube username SA. I've not seen SA here at all, but I am willing to check everyone today. A role rework. We are also at number 18 already. So this is a rework. Bomber rework. Okay, that could be interesting. You can place 2 bombs on different players beginning from the first night. In the day phase, you can pick one player to explode at night and either their adjacent neighbors on the same row or column. After 10 seconds in the night phase, the bomb will kill the player and either their adjacent neighbors. Oh, okay. Bypassing protection. After a bomb explodes, you can't place another bomb at the same night, and you cannot choose to explode another player for the next night. Once per game, if you didn't activate the exploded bomb, you can instead choose to stack a bomb on a player with a bomb ready, which will cause the bomb to kill all adjacent neighbors on the same row. Okay, this is a pretty cool role because it kind of keeps the spirit of the bomber. It keeps like the geography based thing intact, but at the same time it also offers a lot of flexibility, a lot of options. I would say this is a pretty good bomber rework. It's kind of like more options, more flexibility, less kill power, but that's exactly what we need with the bomber, really. Did you include my friends? I actually didn't, but yeah, it is like I'm like very much straight to the point with like how to become a designer. That's the theme, of course. So anything just to see less sirens. Adjacent neighbors are the player, yeah, not vertical diagonal. If you didn't activate for any bomb to explode at night, you can instead remove all bombs and place them on different players. This rework hopefully can help Bomber to have a bit more control of their kills and less random, but still have high kill power like its base with Arson. It doesn't have high kill power even. It's like, what, 2 kills per 2 nights, so 1 kill per night. But at least it bypasses protection. So I think this is a really proper rework for the Bomber. I would definitely like to see this rework in the game. Don't know if it will happen because, you know, community and the devs, well, especially the community though, the devs don't really, they just listen to the community in this type of stuff, but the community is quite conservative on keeping roles how they are. Yeah, I like the idea. You were SA, I think. Did you include my besties in the short? No, I didn't, but I said that. Erling Haaland, username, okay. The fanmade role, Mafioso. We have a Mafioso in the update contest. Other evil alliance unknown, fool, okay. You can threaten someone every night, they won't be able to speak. Okay, so basically you mute someone. You need to help heroes or solos to win upon dying. Upon dying, you can illusion your role. After you die, you can't win. Okay, so basically survivor. You need to win with evils and you can mute. This is like really like Evil Alliance support, which I'm not against, but I don't know if this should be full roll. Maybe this could be cursed as well. I don't. This is probably just like some. This is definitely someone who's just like submitting as a fan of Erling Haaland. Erling like also. Oh my god. It's 3 kills in one night. Oh yeah, I guess because both bombs go off, but one of them you get an extra additional player. Then it's still I would say it's still good in that case. Especially because those 2 players that you select don't have to be adjacent. Yeah, the first night selection is gonna be random, but that's with any role, so it doesn't really matter there. And if anything, I would say like with this bomber rework, the geography thing isn't like a. I wouldn't say it's a. It's not really a handicap or a RNG based thing. It's still RNG based, but like it's more like a tool or a perk that rather than a handicap, which is why it's a good rework. Okay, this is the last one by HDXD, a fanmade role, advertiser werewolf, evils, shadow or wolfluencer. Okay. Twice per night you can select someone to highlight. Highlighting player gives them an additional vote, but makes all affected votes against them count double. Only highlight players will know they are highlighted, and the additional votes won't be seen from other players except the werewolves. Okay, this is just like. This is the inverse, pretty much, of the Wolfluencer. Because you affect someone from your own team, ideally. And you want them to be, like, under the radar, of course. Because if they're not under the radar, they are cooked. Complicated explanation, twice per night. Select the player to highlight. Oh, you can only do this twice, which is, like, fair, I think. I wish the Wolfluencer was like that. That would be a bit better as well for the Wolfluencer. Select the player to highlight. Highlighting players will give them an additional vote, but in turn it makes all of the votes against them count double. How the players will know they are highlighted and the additional vote will be hidden from. Yeah, this is the same explanation for me. I think this is a pretty cool role. I would love to see this role. This is a really good one. I don't have much to add to this, honestly, because it looks balanced. Gives highlight player double votes. That's not a con. I think that's a pro, but or like the design con. Yeah, maybe. Using it on fellow werewolves will double the vote against them. There is an outplay potential, yeah. There's definitely some. There's like a risk factor because you need to not give it to someone who is gonna get voted. Because if that happens, yeah, there's no way you win that voting phase anymore. If village team splits, highlight players will get killed because of double votes. Yeah, if they split amongst like the highlighted player. Including the highlight player. Are we doing a giveaway game? I'm not doing a giveaway game today. I think I'm actually gonna call it here. We should do it. Okay, you know. Okay, we'll do a giveaway game because last week was last week, right? I think last week whoever won didn't really claim the prize, so oh, this is not the correct scene. Sorry for the black screen. This is better. Okay, this is gonna be it for the ideas thing. Okay, I'm gonna play the Minecraft World playlist again. Okay. For the giveaway game. Do I have certain challenge that I need to be aware of? Nah. I won't be doing these today. Also, there's nothing like... There's no Battle Pass challenge that I'm still capable of getting. The question is more like, do I want to spend my Battle Pass coins right now on this Split Wolf icon? I don't know. I don't know what comes next, so whatever. We'll go to customs. We'll do a giveaway game. There you go. We'll remove Deep Sea Terror, by the way. Is it open? Let's see, because public people are gonna join too, so let's get some extra advertisement here. People are gonna like it if they can win something. I dare you to play with icons next sandbox. Maybe. It depends on what icons. If they look cool. Usually you have like... Usually they don't match each other that well. Like most icons are cool, but they don't... When they don't match each other, then it starts to... like not cool and look good anymore, so... My favorite icon is Viking Forger. I don't know that one. Your favorite icon is Bodox Lady, I know. I'm pretty sure at least. Anyone, by the way, here in the stream that wants to play, because literally I'm giving away 380 gems or 5 roll cards to whoever wins this game, so for free. Like, this is a good chance to get closer to your long-term saving. If you're going for the double XP, for example. I'm gonna check if Rani is here, but I don't think so. Did he say he had to go for something? I don't know. You're trying to get advanced custom games for a game night. Wow, that is a huge investment for one game night. I hope it is definitely a cool thing. It's my favorite offer, of course, but yeah, it's like for one game night, I don't know if that's worth it, honestly. When are we having a Hyperhood game night? I don't know. I don't really host them typically. Okay, I think we'll get started. Doesn't look like many people are gonna join this, so... Oh, multiple game nights, okay. Okay, I'm gonna target the high numbers. That's always how I work. So I don't make the choice, but RNG does it now. If I make the pattern. Alright, this is gonna be a lot of bombs. I see what's gonna go on here. I don't know if I will live though, but I do. Huh. Oh my god, deep sea terrors. If I live this, I need 2 or 3 to die. Actually, it doesn't matter. Okay. I think I lose this. 2 is gonna just kill me and it's over. Yeah, this is easy win for 2. Yeah. I don't know what 2 is, but oh yeah, deep sea terror. Okay, well, I can't vote anyways. What if 2 doesn't vote though? If I win, we will replay this. By the way. Yeah, I figured. If you want 380 gems or 5 roll cards. I think who is it called? Chif 20. I don't know, that's a weird name. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's probably a word that I don't see, but okay, there you go. That's the giveaway game. If they send me a friend request, they will get their prize, but otherwise, then no prize this week again. Wait, what is up? I found the last vault without a giveaway. The last found with a giveaway winner. What is up with it though? Like, was it long ago or? And of course it's me. Wait, I can check that. Oh, there is a friend request here. Yeah, there you go, nice. Okay, I'm gonna send the code off stream, of course, because otherwise you can snipe. Why did I don't know. You lost out, yeah. Better luck next time, I would say. I will do an, you know, let's try this again. Because I wanna see, can I gift a membership to someone who's actually there right now? I wanna see it one more time. Oh, annoying. Let's see. So membership gifting. Will we play any sandbox game or are we done? We are done with the stream, but I'm still doing a giveaway membership right here. Hopefully without giving it to random people. But yeah, make sure that if you want a membership, make sure to toggle it on. Maybe I should show it one day how to do it, but for some reason it doesn't save my. How do you toggle? If you go to join, the join button, then there's a menu that lets you choose a tier, and there should be 3 dots, and that's where you get it. Okay, let's see. Hey, that's funny. This is a random person, but I know this person. This is a real OG on my channel. Okay. Unfortunately, it didn't give to one of you guys, but I'm blind. Wait, can I actually check this on my phone? Let me see if I can check this on my phone. If I click on join. The annoying thing is, if I click on membership here. Yeah, okay, so wait, maybe I can show you. If I play out this ad, I can show you real quick on my phone how it looks like. I don't know if you are watching from your phone, Bacon BNF, or not. It's funny that Lucas got it, because he is actually one of my first 100 subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. He was there, I think he was there in 2018. But I've not seen him in a long time, so... Wait, if you go... Can I show this real quick? Can I show this in big screen? Nope, I need to show this in small screen, I think. Can I? No. I wanna hide this. I don't know what it is. Okay, so how do you show that? So you are here. I need to reverse step. You click on join, and you see this, and then you click on the 3 dots there, and then it shows this, and then there's gift membership settings. If you click on it, you see this pop up, and this is what you need to have on if you want to be able to get it gifted. That's how you do it. Yeah. Maybe this membership would get him back. I mean, he gets a notification if he still has that account. I mean, he could. Okay. Also, let me quickly hide this. I'm gonna do this giveaway thing to him now. He wants the 380 gems. Where is these? I have a list of codes. I will actually put off my glasses real quick. I don't know if there's an insane person who is gonna read my reflections, but who's this called? Alright. I'm writing this name down here so I know that the code has been used. What is the stream? Today is the 31st of... Actually, I think in the forums I had the wrong date. Alright, cool. That is everything. Hello, Rainy, welcome back. Instead of ending, I have to leave for a moment. You literally left at the wrong moment because you missed the giveaway game in which you could have won 380 gems, but it's fine. Yeah, for me it says Litwarden, not join. Yeah. Why did I pronounce it so weird? It sounds literally it's literally Dutch. Right? You're also Dutch, I assume. Or is Litwarden also something they use in I don't know, no, it's definitely not. I mean, Warden, no. maybe it's also like happens to be Danish or Norwegian, because sometimes the languages look like each other, but is this the second time Lucas da Carinha has received a subscription? I didn't even know that. Yeah, so I don't know if you enabled it now, Bacon BNF. I don't know why YouTube even has this setting, by the way. Maybe because they think that people think that they don't want to be a member. Maybe it scares off people because they think... There's a lot of people who think like, okay, if I become a member... And this is true for a lot of services. That they get like something free in the first month, but then after that they automatically need to pay to continue. But I think with YouTube it doesn't work like that exactly. Not with gifting, at least. Like, yeah, if you are gonna try YouTube Premium for free, it probably does work like that, but with gifts I don't think it works like that even. So why are there still so many Philwin servers? I don't know, that's never gonna stop. That's just a community on its own. Alright, anyways, I think it's gonna be over for this stream. Next week I should be back. I'm not sure if I will be back at this time though, because this is like kinda next week yeah, I'll probably have something different that I need to do at this time, but I will definitely be back somewhere next week. But yeah, Reini, do you know Lucas da Carinha? As in, do you recognize him being in the community? Because he used to be here quite often in the past. Like, I know if he sees it, he's probably gonna check it out real quick. I don't know, he probably just lost interest in Werewolf Online / Wolvesville and subsequently me as well, but there's also a lot of people who just still play the game but lost interest in me because or my content because I don't know, I started uploading different things, or you just move on from content creators at some point. And there might also be people who don't play the game but actually still watch my content, you know. There's like those weird communities that like are existing at the same time. I don't know him, but I remember him because his name is... He's also Brazilian. Can I ask something after the stream through Wolvesville DM? Yeah, sure, you can. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna call it here. I will see you next week, and tomorrow there will be short, and Sunday there will be the next update, fanmade update. The Sea Sailors update, I think, and that's the plans. And then next Thursday, the last fanmade update. So, alright, see you later, and don't be a traitor. Thanks for being here, and thanks to Freddy and that other one, I don't know. There was someone else who did a lot of gift subs, but I can't track it back. Or can I? Maybe I can actually. Yeah, I can. Wolvesville and Not Really Millie for sending me so many gift memberships. 2 from Not Really Millie and 6 from Wolvesville. That's insane. Alright. See you next time. Bye bye. Oh. Wait, actually, for that question, I can answer that with that's the roster experiment that you mean, Sawyer. I can answer. It is something similar is gonna come soon-ish. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a similar concept in, I think after the update contest ended, but it's also after the 10th episode. So yeah, probably like late August, begin September, we'll start that as well. Alright,